Hey y'all, what's up? Listen, Potomac, this episode, so much was revealed and said. I don't know what to think about. I don't know how to think about this. All this came out, what's going on. I felt like these ladies is taking out the claws and just scratching and do what they can. Because all these accusations and all these revealings and all these things that came out about certain people in this cast, I was like, what are we doing? We get to this point like this? Check it. Hey, what's up? You're watching Mizzle. You're watching my channel, Mr. 14. And I'm back doing a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 16, The Naked Truth. Exactly, it is The Naked Truth because there was a lot going on in this episode. And it was fun, but at the same time, it was just like, what? Okay, let's get into it because I don't try to be here too long, y'all. So, Robin is going to wedding dress shopping. And she trying on dresses, and she gonna meet some of her friends, which is Ashley and Giselle, G-Neck, and then go try some things. Now she don't want a traditional wedding dress; she want a non-traditional wedding dress, so that's what she go there for. But and then she mentioned that how she's so stressed in planning this wedding. I said, Robin, why are you stressed when no one's gonna be there? You not having no guests. You barely don't even have your parents coming over because you didn't even tell your parents yet. So it's just gonna be you and Juan and your two boys. So what are you planning exactly? All you need to do is have a location and be at the altar. You don't have no guests witnessing. Why you need decorations? Why you need a cake? Why you need all this extra stuff when nobody's gonna be there? Now you do all this stuff when you're gonna have a reception and everything else. But if you don't have all that, why are we stressing? Because you don't got nobody going there. So what we doing this for? So it seems like you putting all this stress for your own damn self. The only thing gonna be a problem is finding a location that you can get married at, which I don't think that is a hard thing to do. Because if you really want to get married, you could get married. Now we all know that Robin and Ron got married. Now what did they? I don't think they got married for love. I think they got married for convenience and called it as a day. Because that I guess it was one at a time, and I guess that is a last ditch of effort for her to stay on the show to get married. Now, they said they was gonna show the wedding and everything in the last episode in the season finale, but they said next time on the season finale, which is next week. So I'm trying to figure out what part are they gonna show of Ron and Robin getting married. What part? So I guess we'll see next week if they gonna show that. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be there. So what are you really getting together, Robin? Besides the location. That's all. But whatever. So she wanted a non-traditional dress. So she tried on 3 dresses. The first dress was more traditional style, which it looked nice on her. It showed her curves. It was fitting her nice. Everything's good. The second dress looked like she was going to a freaking party. Like she was going to a freaking theme party that didn't even look like it was a wedding dress. And that was a dress she actually liked. And then the third dress she tried on seems more like a little bit modern, but not too much. But it was more of a dress like the first one. But I feel like the first dress fit her better. But she didn't really like that one because that was very traditional. So I was like, but Robin, that was the best one though. The other 2 dresses look so plain, like you always been. You was a plain person. Just bland and plain. Nothing. I was like, Robin, oh. Because to be honest, the dressing thing look all that great, but the first one was the best looking one. So I feel like you should go with the traditional route and just go with that dress. So Ashley, like her normal stuff that she is, the messy self that she is, she didn't waste any time to tell G-Neck about what happened in Mexico the last night. Because G-Neck surprisingly went to bed at 8 o'clock. Like lately, she does be going to bed late, early. I don't know what the hell she going to bed so early for. It's vacations. Why be going to bed at 8 o'clock? But whatever. So she went to bed at 8 o'clock, and it was Ashley, Mia, Candace, and Wendy was all having a good time. Now, Ashley said that Mia got too intrigued by Wendy. It was kind of a flirtation towards Wendy. Now they was drinking, so sometimes drinkers bring out the flirtativeness of you, or bring out the more experimental stuff as you and want to try things. Because we know Mia is no stranger to trying for women, because she said it herself. She dibble dabble in both men and women. So it's like she was flirting with Wendy. She said Wendy was beautiful, like the skin and everything. And then Wendy mentioned that Mia said she wanted to eat her box. And I said, okay. I said, first of all, you and Wendy, Mia, y'all didn't really y'all really wasn't seeing it eye for each other. Y'all always had this little tiff with each other. But I don't think it was even that much of a big deal. It is that two people who just really can click well. And so when we get to this season, and then me and you do a drink on Wendy, I would say, how we go from there, and then you barely was apologizing and act like you did nothing wrong. Wendy was the most apologizing for her part in this, even though I don't think she should, but she did. To go from that to say that, Wendy has insecurities, that's why she probably don't think, because I don't have an issue with Wendy, and I really do want to like Wendy, but I just don't know where we going from there and what happened that let us not to really connect. But I said, girl, you do a drink. So everything good was dandy. Y'all could have worked out from there, but you do a drink and you threw your purse. So at the end of the day, what are we working out for? But Wendy does like to have with good graces with people, and she don't like to hold too much of a grudge with someone, and she does want to please people and be around people so much. I don't know why she needs that validation, but she decided to talk to Mia, and I guess cause someone hashed it out. They said we're gonna move forward. She apologized to Wendy in her face, and Wendy accepted it. They hugged it out, and that's it. So to go from there to quickly Mia wanted to eat her box, like really, and get no flirtations. And then Wendy was kind of intrigued. Now, as she said, they left together, but she don't know what happened after that. So that's all she told G-Neck. But G-Neck always want to tell the story as juice up of what it was actually told to her to make it seem like it's more than what it is. And she always does this. And I was like, leave to Ashley to always bring them tea around. And it was Giselle. When she find out, she got to tell it. Because Ashley and Giselle do not hold water. They need to tell it. Now, Ashley, in one hand, she would be messy, tell it wasn't said and dead. And Giselle on hand will tell it and juice up the story. And put her spin in it to make it more than what it was. And that's what she always do. Because she said her version of what Ashley said was better anyway. I said, damn, because Ashley told you what the hell was happening. She didn't tell you all that. She just told you that they got flirtation and that's it. Now, she said no, they ain't looking at no vaginas and that. She don't know all that. But G-Neck went to Robin and told and spin the story and made it seem like they were freaking each other. They were clearly clicking. Kitty clicking. And everything. And I was like, oh, child, that's not what she said, but I guess you added all the spin to it for no reason. So she had to embellish the story. And I was like, So after what the hell? Let me get my words right. After Ashley told G-Neck the situation in the story, she got up and left. I said she always do this. You notice that she always tells us spill the tea and then she got to get up and go? Like, it's always drop the tea with Robin and then she got to go to the bathroom. Did this, that. Tell Candace and Wendy that Karen will talk about Robin and then she went to the bathroom. And this is that. It's like she always got to get up and leave ever since she dropped the tea. I said, Ashley, you know what you're doing, girl. But just G-Neck said she got to tell it. She going to tell it. But she needs to go talk to Mia first and see if this is true with Mia before she going to lie and tell everyone else all that stuff. So she need to find out. And her and Mia are supposed to be planning Robin's bachelor/dinner party, whatever it is going to be. So G-Neck did talk to Robin, and they had a conversation about the wedding and stuff like that, and yada yada. She said she never told her mom yet. She said, "Why you didn't tell your mom? Like, what you waiting for?" You need to tell her. And that's that. And then she told her about the bachelorette party. And she said who you want to invite it and everything's gonna be group chats. We'll invite anyone to go invite you and your friends from high school and that you know and everything else. So she don't want to invite Cameron because you know she don't get along with Cameron. So she never featured Cameron, so she don't invite Cameron. But she said she also don't want to invite Wendy because Wendy was laughing a lot in that at that table when Cameron was going off at Robin. And I was like, Robin, sweetie, Wendy was not the only one laughing. Because when Cameron was going off on the thing at you, a lot of ladies was making faces and laughing too. So I don't know why you feel like Robin was the only one and singling her out when all the ladies was laughing. Or most of the ladies was giggling and laughing. It was like, oh, oh, oh. And that thing. Because Cameron was going off and saying whatever coming out of her mouth. So they was all giggling. Not what Cameron was saying, it is that what was some coming out Cameron's mouth and how she's saying it. That's what they were laughing about. So Wendy was not the only one reacting to what Cameron was saying. But you wasn't singling her out because you have an issue with Wendy. That's the problem. But Wendy want to know what is your issue with her exactly. Because she called you out last year for sticking your nose in the business when you know you shouldn't have been sticking your nose in the business. When she was getting G-Neck together and you want to pipe in. And actually, you know exactly what was said and what was going on. But you're trying to act like you don't know. So she read you. And instead of moving past that, you never got over that. So you hold on to that reading that she gave you last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. And then you hold on to that to come after Wendy. Because your energy and your tensions, your actions towards Wendy is way too much for someone who don't really, y'all really don't have any beef with each other. And all she told you that your marriage is not real. I don't feel like anybody, not marriage, your relationship with Juan is not even real. And I don't think anybody believes that Juan and Robin really like each other like that anyway. They feel like they just like convenience. Feel like he's a better to her. He kind of punishing her and everything. And I just think that they just did it to do it. I don't think they really in love with each other. And I believe he probably do have somebody else. Because I got this one that Robin did say that Juan had a girlfriend in some way, shape, or form. But whatever. So she don't want Wendy and Cameron there. So Candace and Chris talk. They all came back to Mexico. Cameron and Chris talk. Candace. And he asked her what's going on. She said it's a video. It's gonna be an event that gonna be showing a video and then album deluxe album reveal cover. And that's that. And that's it. So he asked about the trip to Mexico. Then she proceeded to tell him about the different altercations that happened between Lynn and Mia, between this and this, that, all that stuff that was happening. Now, I think that was Miami trip. The Mexico trip was something different. It was Cameron and Sharice going off at it. And then, it was Robin and Cameron. And then it was a lot. So he asked Candace, he said, did y'all did anything fun but all y'all sitting there talking about each other and talking about husbands? Like, did y'all have any fun or y'all just creating drama? And I would say that was a valid question because it seemed like when she was telling everything story, she was telling all the stuff that was happening that was like altercations. Like she didn't really tell her anything else that actually did that was fun or something like that. But he said it's a good thing that we're getting this out the way. They go start this process of IVF treatment because she's trying to fertilize the eggs to store it so when she's ready to be a mom, she could get it and she be pregnant because she don't want to try it right now natural way because so much going on for now. She's doing the acting, she's doing music and stuff like that. So she don't want to be a mom yet, but she want to like have the egg so in the future she's ready to be one. She could be one. So that's what it is. So Wendy and Cameron met up. They had a little lunch together. And Cameron said, I don't really care about Robin right now because I don't know I ain't featuring with her right now because she's coming up to me telling me I'm fake and everything. And I'm not featuring her. And at the end of the day, what happened to her with Juan is actually did what happened to her. And because when Wendy pointed out that at the Wick Shift party, you remember that party when Karen had this event, and then had Monique there first, and then she got Monique out of it real quickly so Candace could come in because that's the time that Monique and Candace was not getting along. That's a season that they had that altercation. So that's not when they was really getting along with each other. Or was the next season following? I don't know. It was that season or the following season? But it was this tension between these two. So that was the Rick Shift party. And she told Robin, she said, you need to be worried about what Robin is saying when she's drunk. And I guess that was kind of alluding to what happened to her. And when he said of that, Robin would be the person that, or Ken would be the person that he would have a threesome with, and then he hugged her tight and everything. So that was that. So that was solution to what she was really saying. So what Ken would say, I want to know what the pictures that Robin was showing everyone, because it's like, what is it? Because it looked like Karen, but she was like, she wanted to show me the picture, so I don't know what the hell she was getting at. Now the producer asked Wendy, did the picture look like Karen? And because Karen said denying that it was her anyway, it wasn't her. It's not me at the picture. I don't know what the hell Robin was doing, but everything, but it's not. So that's what producer asked Wendy, and Wendy said, I didn't get to see it. And I realized that she didn't show Wendy. She showed everybody else, but she ignored Wendy. And then show Wendy or Karen. So I said, girl, you've been having this energy. So that was like crazy because I did not realize that Wendy did not see it. But then again, I was like, okay, I do remember. She showed Mia, then she showed G-Neck, and then she went over to show Sharice. And then Candace saw what Sharice was saying and everything else. So Wendy and Karen was on the end, and I don't think Jacqueline saw it that much either. So everybody else seen it but those three. So I was like, oh, child. So that's that. So Ashley called Wendy and Karen. They FaceTime. And Ashley did tell Wendy and Karen that just G-Neck had a group chat thread and talked about the strip club and the party bus for Robin. But fortunately, y'all two names was left off, so you was not invited. So Wendy was upset, was like, okay, so what's her issue with me? Because it's like everything is like, what exactly? Because I don't know why she have a problem with me that she would not invite me to some things and everything, because she said it was an event that happened that was a people event and everything that they decide who they want to come, but not for individual people. So at the end of the day, your issue with me, and I want to know why. What is so deep that you have a huge problem and you don't want me invited? So that's that. So that's what I was saying. Then G-Net went to talk to Mia, and she did say she spread a rumor that they kitty clicked and they had sex, and that didn't happen. So I was like, or actually said that they got flirtation, and that's that. So Mia said, yes, it was a flirtation and everything. And then she said Wendy just showed her vagina, just showed her box out open, just showed it. Spread eagle style, leg wide open to show. I said, I don't see Wendy doing that. I really don't see Wendy doing that. And also the fact that this is the thing. Congrats, like I said, yes. People who drink and they get drunk and everything, their inhibitions releases. Because sometimes their true self comes out. Their true feelings or desires and things that they would not probably do when they sober, they come out and do them when they inebriated. So I do feel like, and usually women are more free to do little sexual activity with each other than men are. Because when you see the men doing that and being free with sexual activity with each other, everybody will get in their tizzy and get in the fit. Especially men, they get tight and tensed up, act like something be wrong, and they be all angry and they get all that testosterone and all that stuff. I said, calm down, really. So that's to say, I don't really get drunk. I had never got drunk in my 36 years living on earth. And I don't think I would get to that point. I might get buzzed and tipsy, but not to the point that I don't know what's going on, and I don't know my surroundings. I don't know who I was flirting with. I don't go to the point that I cannot remember the next day. Like, no, I need to know what the hell happened. So you will never get me drunk because I know my limit. Because I would eat a lot when I drink anyway. So Now I say that. That's my little personal story. Move back to the story. But I was like, to the point that to do all that, I don't think I would ever get frisky with if I'm going to the party with some dudes and I know they're straight. I'm gonna ever try to try them and get frisky and say I want to suck your dick and I want to do all this. I want to look at your dick, all that. So that's too much. Now, as around about other gay people, that's a different story. It's free. But even then, I still have class in myself. Mizzle's classy. All right, but let's move on. So I don't see Wendy doing that, and I'll never think that Wendy ever mentioned that she get that free. And yes, I granted maybe you lick alcohol in your system, but I'll say even then, I don't think you go that far because I would expect Mia to do all that because Mia is free with her stuff. But Wendy, I don't know. But whatever, I guess you could say blame it on the alcohol, just like Jamie Foxx, blame it on alcohol, I guess. So Mia said that Wendy showed her, and then Wendy asked to see Mia's. So Mia showed her, and then not only saw it, and then she said she touched it. I said, there you go, far as touched it, and she said it looked pretty. And Mia said, oh, thank you, like that. So but Mia said she didn't take it any further or nothing to further going out because you said we can't have this happening because Eddie did not approve and G is not approving either. So we stopped it there. We shut it down from that. I shut it down because we cannot do anything further unless it's got some approval from our counterparts. And I said, okay. So that's what said me is that's why I was like, we don't even have an issue with each other. I think the only issues that we have with each other is the sexual tension. I said sexual tension between you and Mia, like really, and you and Wendy. Okay, Mia. So G-Neck is asking Mia about Jacqueline because G-Neck generally want Mia and Jacqueline to work it out. And she said, I don't know. I don't know this girl. Because she called me the other day and I don't have time. Because she called me and I said no. And it's right there because it's so seen that Jacqueline called her and something to me and said no, real quickly hanged up. I said, oh, guess. So then we see a scene that Wendy was talking about the rights that the overturn of Roe was laid or the decision that could happen. Because I think she made this video before it got overturned, but she was telling her standpoints of what could do and what could have affected the people if this would have been overturned. So she did that. So she's a political commentator, so she does that as well as a teacher and stuff like that. So Wendy doing her thing. So Mia, G-Neck, and the ladies with some of the Robins like friends that came about. One was named Tanya or Tania or something like that. They was in the bus, and they had a good time. They had the decoration. They had like the men private part straws, the peanut straws, and everything. And they had like a little straw. They had like a men cut out and go call it warm straws. I said that's kind of weird. Let's call it men's straws, exotic straws, whatever it is. So they went in the bus. They had a party bus, and I said, you know what? I definitely want to do that, like having a party bus. Because I wanted to do that when I was turning 35, but I never got the chance to do it. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do that when I'm turn 40, something like that. But I always wanted to try a party bus and have a good time. So they had a party bus. So me had this like a long, like peacock-ish kind of see-through kind of outfit. And then lo and behold, Ashley came in the bus with the same similar outfit. I said, what? I said, how did you and Mia got on the same outfit? Like, what is the freaking world? Did y'all call each other? But y'all both were shocked that y'all came with the same outfit. I said, how that happened? I was like, what? The same exact outfit. The only thing about it is Mia's taller and Ash is shorter. And Mia always got bigger herself. She said, yeah, Ash is cute, but she is not compared to me because I'm an anaconda. She's a garter snake. I said, not a garter snake. I said, really? Okay. So Ashley said, you could tell that Mia and myself have been former hoes. Because what in the world that we would come to this strip club, go to the strip club with a big bodysuit that's kind of see-through. Because you could tell when you get close to the thing, when the camera panned on that outfit, it is a little see-through-ish. So it's like, okay. I said, all right. Shout out to the former hoes. Okay. So Sharice was in her feelings. She said, Mia wanted to throw this party for Robin because I should be the one who throwing the party for Robin because at the end of the day, Mia just don't know Robin for 5 minutes and then she throwing the party and since Giselle is her friend. So I just had to sit back and everything. But I'm in my feelings, but I'm gonna let it go. I said, okay, let it go, Sharice. And I said, oh, Sharice, you can still do something for Robin if you wanted to do something for Robin because you've been good friends with her for a long time. So it don't need to take this one event for you to say, oh, I can't do nothing because they decided to do it and I'm in my feelings. I said, no, go ahead. If you want to do something, go ahead and do it. She can have another bachelorette party or extended bachelorette party. Um, so that's that. So we get Karen going to the event to get her like a 4-week candle, 4-wick or 3-wick. Because she said 3, then she said 4. I'm going to get a 3-wick. She got a 3-wick candle, and it was for the holidays. So the candle could be for any holiday she wants to use. And she ordered 8,000, and she could put a $10,000 deposit. And so she wanted Ray to take a picture to show, she could show Robin. I said, why you want to show Robin? Of all people that you making money and making boss moves. I said, girl, you don't need to show Robin. So I guess she put it on social media so Robin and other people could see what she's doing, why she's not invited to the freaking event. Now, we didn't get to see what Wendy was doing. No, Wendy did a commentary, but after that, we didn't see her since. So that was that. So in the party bus, they was all talking, and then Mia mentioned how Wendy, her, Candace, and Ashley had a quadruple kiss. I said, y'all could kiss all at the same time. What was that? Oh, what was it? So they had a quadruple kiss, and then nothing go further from there. It was no like sex and everything because we shut it down. Mia said, I shut it down. As it is. And nothing further was going on from that. So they went to the strip club in Empire and everything. And I said, okay, they went in there. It seemed like it was a big club, but it seemed like it was nice enough size. And they got there, and the hostess said, oh, not the hostess, like I go for the hostess, saying that, oh yeah, we got steak and lobster in the menu. And she said, oh, so they got steak and lobster in the strip club and everything. I said, she said no, because we got a side example when we because remember that thing where Mia says, no, I was never a stripper, I was an entertainer at a club that sells steak and lobster. And I was like, I think I remember that time I said, what club sells steak and lobster? The upscale, because she was making it seem like she was an upscale entertainer. Now I did say like, it's probably could be probably she was a high class person that people will come and pay money for companionship. So it could be possible she worked at a place that did sell that stuff like that. But I would say most regular smuggler strip clubs don't really sell steak and lobsters. They don't have the budget for that. But I guess this club had it. So they had steak and lobsters, and they get Mia was not lying. I said, okay, whatever. And she was lying or not. I guess she had to pick a strip club because that did have it. Because she said she went there a couple of times to eat. And that's it. All right. So Robin said she been to strip club a couple of times with Ron. I said, I know your brother, you went to your strip club with your brother. Stop and have a good time. So that was that. So then we proceeded for Sharice to go off. Now, the first day, Sharice asked Ashley how you and Michael. And Ashley's all over the place. Like, it's always, like you said, her figure tagline. It's a plot twist. Because we don't know what's going on with her and Michael. She said, oh, things is going a good time. We all good. It's no issues, no argument, everything. We are good. So she said, you dating? She said, no, I'm not dating. Because since that time, since that last person I dated, I'm not dating right now. Because he told me he's not dating. So I feel guilty for dating. So I stopped it. I said, you going to be a dumb fool to believe that he stopped dating. No, it might be true that he's not dating. But at the same time, he is having sex. So don't act like he's not getting his freaking dicky war on. So, girl, what you doing? So Candace mentioned that how I guess Chris saw Michael at his club and his event was a woman, and then having a good time and everything. And Ashley said, I don't know, because it was like, why lie? Just be straight up. I said, girl, you know what's up. You know he's freaking. So don't act like you don't know that he having sex. He might not be dating these chicks or dudes, but he is having sex. So don't act like you didn't know that, because when you had the kids, you didn't want to do anything else. He told you, no, this is the arrangement we had, and if you're going to stop that, I'm going to go out and do what I need to do. And that's exactly what he was doing. So don't act like you didn't know. So she just want to know all that. Just tell me. I said, you feel guilty? Go get your groove back and do you. So, G Nick mentioned how were you in a group chat when we texting Robin and everything? She said, how you feel about Karen? She said, I don't care. I don't think about Karen, and I don't care about her. And she said, for a long time we've been together. Now, for day one, I had never aired her secret. So here go G Neck. Oh, yeah, you're true. You have it. But I said season two, you mentioned about the blue eyes. I guess because she came after you, you decided to come after her. I guess what it is. But I guess she's trying to say she never first came out with the tea after you just came out of her, so she do grabs back. That's what I guess she was saying. So she said what she don't like about Cameron that she lies a lot. She just lies. And she was saying to assassinate her character like that. So are you kidding me? And everything. She said she go to clubs with Cameron a lot of times. And the last time she went to a strip club with Cameron, we would drink a lot. And she been known in Potomac that she would get drunk and freak every dick that come around. I said, no, she'll pass around or she just hopping on dicks. Your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. Like, and she just hopping on these because she get drunk. And then she said she will freak a worker in the freaking bathroom. That she fuck a worker in the bathroom. I said, Karen is not too. Karen is the grand dame, and grand dame don't have sex in the freaking bathroom. I don't think Karen is that freaking gutter trash or hoodish to have sex in the bathroom. Like, and I'm saying not everybody who has sex in the bathroom or gutter trash or hoodish. I just said it's a public restroom, so you really you don't really give a fuck if you go to sleep and have sex in a freaking public club bathroom. That's nasty. So, and I only see Karen doing that. Now, do I think that Karen have dated and messed with other dudes because her and Ray had an arrangement? Yes, because at that episode, and I'll still go back to it, because when she sat down with Ray, she said, Ray, you say I can have eye candy. And he said, yes, long as the eye candy stay got eye candy. Meaning, don't fall in love and try to make him your husband or trying to divorce me and be with them and be in love relationship with them. Then long as they take eye candy, you can have your little fun and come back home with me, because at the end of the day, well, men's getting older, because I think Ray is getting close to 80 years old and he's in the 70s, he can't probably perform like that. So a woman like Cameron, who's in the 50s, she's a prime time, her driver's high in need, she probably wants some more. So it's a probably arrangement between her and Ray know what's up. And that's why I was like, Cameron, stop act like and stop dancing around. And I guess you don't want to do that because you don't embarrass Ray. But I feel like I said, girl, if you this is an arrangement, I tell everybody, I said, mind your damn business. Me and my husband know what's up, and we have an arrangement, and let it be. And I'm not answering any more questions. We know what's up. So if you see me outside dating other people, you see me outside with somebody else, just mind your business. Just know that Ray knows. And I would cut all that noise. But I said, Sharice, now you take the fall that she said she fucking dude in the bathroom. And then she's freaking around. And so you basically calling her a freaking prostitute. I was like, oh. So she said this is years ago when we was friends in the group. And I guess some of the other ladies heard some stuff about Karen. G Next said she heard some things. Robin said she knows some things. Candace said she had no comment because she said enough already as it is. Ashley said she knows some things, but she didn't know the tea that Sharice spilled. But she heard some things too. Now Mia also said that she heard some things herself as well. But since Mia being her friend, I feel like Karen might be upset that Mia probably didn't defend her. And said, oh no, she's not that. I said, Mia don't know you that much as long as you on those other ladies. So I guess. But that's that. But the episode ended with the ladies having a strip club and they were dancing in the strip club and dancing the pole and having a good time. And they said next time the season finale. So I guess next week is the season finale of Potomac, y'all. We had a long ride. I mean, it was an interesting season. It's not bad. But I don't know. How y'all feel about Sharice bringing that up? And how you feel about freaking Wendy and Mia having a little sensual energy towards each other? And how do you feel about Robin and her freaking no nonsense wedding when she realized she don't have nobody around, but she's too stressed? Ashley's carrying the bone. How you feel about Giselle's juicing up the story? It's like all this is going on. But Sharice though, I was like, gosh. And I said, why are we bringing OT like this anyway into the group? But I guess all best is all when somebody come in and call you out and call you fake and show people who you really are. So I guess it is what it is. But to make it seem like Cameron's a prostitute and hoe like that, I said, oh no. Like I said, I don't believe all that, but I do believe that Karen have go out and dated and mess with other people, or at least had little flings. And it's okay because Ray knows, and let it be. But that's my review of Potomac, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode in the comment section below. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.